Hey there guys, I'm Crowe, the traveling scientist, currently road tripping through the USA. And today I just wanted to give you an update on where I've been so far and where I'm headed to next. So I started my road trip in Biggs, California. That's where I bought Vanessa. And our first stop was in Lake Tahoe. And I decided to celebrate starting the road trip with a cheeky swim in the national forest there. Then I headed down to Yosemite National Park, where I witnessed nature at its finest. After visiting Yosemite, I headed through Death Valley, which was ridiculously hot, on my way to the Nevada desert, which wasn't much better. And then instead of heading straight to Las Vegas, my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to take the long way around just so I could go visit Area 51 in the Nevada desert. So when I finally got to Las Vegas, it's fair to say I got a little bit silly. And soon it was time to move on. So I went down to Phoenix, where the cacti are the worst. Don't go into a cactus patch. But the sunsets and the sunrises in Arizona are the best. From Phoenix, I went up into Utah, and this is when I visited 4 national parks in 4 days, and it was a crazy 4 days. The reason I was rushing was so that I could go and celebrate the 4th of July in Texas. So I shot through New Mexico, past Albuquerque, and I made it to Austin just in time for the 4th of July. And then it rained like crazy, but we still had an epic 4th of July. After hanging out in Austin for a while, I went and visited a cool science lab in Waco. I watched the World Cup final in Dallas, and then I went and checked out a car farm in Amarillo. But the Texas heat was getting the better of me, and I had to head up north to Colorado. Boulder was such a chill town. I stayed here for ages. It had epic hiking, it had a really cool climate science laboratory, and it even had a nice watering hole for me. But after a while, I headed up to the Rocky Mountains National Park, which had more wildlife and more waterfalls than I could poke my camera at. And then when I was heading up to Wyoming, I was invited to go visit Fort Collins by a fellow beer connoisseur. And I discovered that Fort Collins is actually a really cool city. After Colorado, I went up to Wyoming to go visit Yellowstone National Park. But on the way to Yellowstone, there was another national park in the way. It's called the Grand Tetons, and if you've never seen this national park or heard of it before, check this out. It's a beautiful place. It's like Wyoming is just desert, desert, desert. Beautiful snowy mountains. Just comes out of nowhere. Yellowstone was also amazing. There's so much wildlife there, and some really exciting volcanic activity. I mean, it's deadly, you can't go near it, but looking at it from a distance, looks very cool. From Wyoming, I drove into Montana for about 5 minutes, and then into Idaho. And you know what Idaho's famous for? Potatoes. It even says it on the license plates. These guys are really proud of their potatoes, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even try any while I was there. I know. But apart from that, there is some beautiful scenery in Idaho. It should be called Idaho. Whoa! That's right, I went there. Finally, I drove from Idaho over to Oregon, and here I am in Bend enjoying a nice refreshing beverage. After this, I'm heading over to Portland, and then I'm going up through Washington on my way to Canada, where the adventures will continue. Yeah, cool, right? So that's a compressed version of my adventure so far. And thanks so much for following on, and thank you so much to everyone who's helped me during my travels. You've made my adventure that much more incredible, and I really appreciate all the support. If you have any questions about USA or about my road trip, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm gonna be here for a few more weeks before I head up to Canada. And keep an eye out for more science and travel videos that are gonna be coming out over the next few weeks right here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers.